The biography of Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Muhammad bin al-Husayn Khuttali. Today we'll talk about a great saint of God, whom the people of the Saban, having the knowledge about Marfat, know very little about his behavior, although your personality does not need any introduction among the Awliya Allah in this regard, but you are not very well known among the Mashayikhan-e Tarekat. Its main reason is this: you have crossed the heights of ilm o arafan in your life, while very few Awliya-e Ikram explore that much spiritual knowledge and cognition. Honorable Saint is the real mentor of this world and very renowned celebrity who has no need of an introduction all over the world. His surname is Hazrat Syed Ali bin Usman Hujvari Jalabi. You are very well known among the Muslims and non-Muslims by the name of Hazrat Data Ganj Bkhsh, and your tomb is situated at Badi Ghat in the renowned city of Lahore. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali History. Hazrat Syed Ali bin Usman Hujvari, Abu al-Fazl, Biography, Sufism, Damascus, Data Ganj Bkhsh, Hazrat Syed Miran Hussain Zanjani, Aa Azul Quran, Tasawwuf, History, Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, Data Darbar, Hazrat Syed Miran Hussain Zanjani, Abu al-Fazl Biography, Hazrat Abul Fazal Khuttali, R.A., History of Musht-e Kamil. Hazrat Syed Ali bin Usman Hujvari Data Ganj Bkhsh, R.A., The Biography of Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Muhammad bin al-Husayn Khuttali, R.A. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Muhammad bin al-Husayn Khuttali was born in 15 Rabi-ul-Awwal 300 Hijri in a town adjoining the city of Kurghan Tayyab. Parents have named you Muhammad. Since you were a scholar of theology and tradition, your kinship has and have been employed in knowledge and grace. Become famous. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali, R.A., is famous Wali Allah in Sufism according to the book Kashf-ul-Mahjoob, written by the Hazrat Syed Ali bin Usman Hujvari al-Maruf Hazrat Data Ganj Bkhsh, R.A., that Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali is my mush tarekat in spiritualism. He is also Zined-e Autad and Shaykh-ul-Abad, as well as renowned translator of ilm-e tafsir of Quran. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali was great alam of the time. Related to the Rawayat Tasa of his spiritual school of thoughts is very similar to the Hazrat Junyd Baghdadi, R.A. in Sufism. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali is Murid Hazrat Shaykh Ali bin Ibrahim al-Hasri, R.A. Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari has said that I have never saw any man who inspired me more than my great Murshad in terms of habits. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali was a companion and contemporary with Abu Umro Quini and Abu al-Hasan bin Salba. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali spent 60 years of his life away from populated area. Even that people forget about you because you spent most of your time in the mountain of Lukum near Damascus. You have long life and has commend on different subjects with solid arguments. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali 1 Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari writes in his famous book Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, he said, once I was pouring water on his hands ablution, a thought come into my mind that while everything is pre-decided according to lot, then way the people deputed to provide services for a saint, then Shaykh Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali, R.A., said, O my son, for every decree of providence, when God wishes to bestow a crown and a kingdom on a guardsman's son, Awan Baka, he gives him repentance and deputed him the service of one of his friends, in order that this service may be the means of his obtaining the gift of miracles. Such miracles happens on daily basis. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali 2 Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari writes in his famous book Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, he said, once I was traveling with my sheikh in Azerbaijan, and we saw 2 or 3 persons wearing maracas, who were standing beside a wheat barn and holding up their skirts in the hope that the farmer would throw them some wet. On this the sheikh exclaimed, those are they who have purchased error at the price of true guidance, but the traffic has fallen into this calamity and disgrace. He said, their spiritual directors we greedy to gather disciples, and they themselves are greedy to collect worldly goods. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali 3 Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari writes in his famous book Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, he said, one open a time I was moving out from Bayt ul-Jinn to Damascus along with my sheikh Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali, R.A. There was a heavy rain outside and we are facing difficulty to walk because of mud. I noticed that the sheikh Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali, R.A. shoes and clothes were perfectly dry. On my pointing this out to him, he said, yes, God has preserved me from mud ever since I put unquestioning trust on him and guarded my interior from the desolation of cupidity. Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali 4 Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari writes in his famous book Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, He Said My Shaykh. Hazrat Abul Fazal Khuttali used to say, "One upon a time there was a meeting of the saints of God took place in the midst of the forest, and I accompanied my spiritual director, Shaykh Ali bin Ibrahim al-Hujvari to the spot. I say some of them flying, but Shaykh Ali bin Ibrahim al-Hujvari paid no heed to them. Then I saw a youth with torn shoes and a broken staff. His feet could scarcely support him, and his head was bare and his body emaciated. As soon as he appeared, Shaykh Ali bin Ibrahim al-Hujvari sprang up and ran to meet him to a lofty seat. That astonished me, and afterwards I questioned the Shaykh Ali bin Ibrahim al-Hujvari about the youth. Shaykh Ali bin Ibrahim al-Hujvari replied, "He is one of God's saints who does not follow saintship, but saintship follows him, and he pays no attention to miracles, karamat, good sayings." 1 Hazrat Abul Fazal Khuttali was said the world is equal to a single day in which we are fasting, i.e., we get nothing from it, and are not occupied with it, because we have perceived its corruption and its veils and have turned our backs upon it. 2 Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari writes in his book Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, He Said My Shaykh, who followed the doctrine of Junyd, used to say that intoxication is the playground of children but sobriety is the death field of men. I say, in agreement with my Shaykh, that the perfection of the setae of the intoxicated man is sobriety. The lowest stage in sobriety consists in regarding the powerless-ness of humanity. Therefore, a sobriety that appears to be evil is better than an intoxication that is really evil. 3 Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari writes in his book Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, He Said My Shaykh used to say that if a saint reveals his saintship and claims to be a saint, the soundness of his spiritual state is not impaired thereby, but if he takes pains to obtain publicity he is led astray by self-conceit. 4 Hazrat Syed Ali Hujvari writes in his book Kashaf ul-Mahjoob, He Said My Shaykh used to say, that both Gabd are the result of one spiritual influence, which descends the lower soul and either fills heart with joy and subdues the soul with joy, in the latter case contraction, Gabd, of the hurt as expansion of the heart as contraction of the lower soul. He who interprets this matter otherwise is washing his breath. 5 Hazrat Abul Fazal Khuttali displayed many signs and proofs of saintship, but he did not wear the garb or adopt the external fashions of the Sufis, and he used to treat formalists with severity. I never saw any man who inspired me with greater awe than he did. It is related that many such fine sayings he uttered to me every day. Death of Hazrat Abul Fazal Khuttali Hazrat Syed Ali bin Usman Hujvari, that at the time of death you are resided at Bait ul-Jinn, a village situated at the head of a mountain pass between Baniar and the valley of Damascus, Syria, while he lay on his deathbed, his head resting on my bosom, and at that time I was feeling hurt, as men often do, by the behavior of a friend of mine. Shaykh Hazrat Abu al-Fazl Khuttali said to me, "O my son, I will tell thee one article of belief which, if you hold it firmly, will deliver thee from all troubles. Whatever good or evil God creates, do not in any place or circumstance quarrel with his action or be aggrieved in thy heart." He gave no further comments, but yielded up his soul. Accrediting to a statement, you died 12 jamadiulawal 431 Hijri. At the time of your death your age was 130 years. By Sheikh Hafiz Muhammad Hbib Ullah Cha Miran Lahore, 29 July 2019.